it's a lot more work where that came from. No doubt. Great. Are you having a good time so far? All day tonight. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. Don't underestimate the real life. The gun swinging back, the sick type of fuck. I let blood stay in every spot that I rock. I'm representing Jersey, spitting rhymes like a clock. Into the Cape Pit where MCs be shell shocked. I got the stash in my dash with the stock and the the pen, the flow count and blank in the land cruiser. I get a charge from the sound of the bus. I was made to crush. I'm wetting rappers till they bust. My Benjamin is elite. Mega deep, 20 steep. We creep in a 5-car fleet. That's how I'm bouncing for the 9-5 son. We don't promote no masquerade cause we was players from day one. We start trends, we make hits. Ain't that been like Rio, be on some real life shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. Ain't that been like Rio, be on some real life shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. Ain't that been like Rio, be on some real life shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. Ain't that been like Rio, be on some real life shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. Ain't that been like Rio, be on some real life shit. Smokes in the windows cause I'm moving with heat. I got a mean ass broad in my shotgun seat. I get up any day of the week. That nigga Larry be making rappers retreat. You know in life I fail. Jake is on my tail. I blow up your block and let the haze like black hair. I use the M16 to blast clowns off the planet in cold blood. My heart admitted granite. My counterpart, the K to the tap, yeah. Wicked beat, make a mass murderer, Willis Black. We got the whole game locked, stole. Bricks on hold like the pimp on his stroll. I'm busting caps in the sugar-coated rap, yo. This is a lyrical terrorist manifesto. Sipping the Remy, getting lit. I'm hit. Ignite a fat split, I'm on some real life shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. Game locked, so bricks on hold like the pimp on his stroll. I'm busting caps in the sugar-coated rap, yo. This is a lyrical terrorist manifesto. Sipping the Remy, getting lit. I'm hit. Ignite a fat split, I'm on some real life shit. I'll leave my phones like heroin. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my phones like heroin in your nose.
All right. What's going on, everybody? All right. Seems that we're having some connection problems. What's going on? Hey, if you guys can hear me, type a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure my connection is right before I get started. Let me see here. If you can hear me, type a 1 in the chat, please. All right. Oh, good. All right, everybody, welcome to Gangster Talk. I know it's been a while since you guys heard me in my last podcast, but I've been working. I just don't have the time to be on YouTube every day. I have a real life, so I have to get in where I fit in. All right, so make a couple of announcements before we get started. Ladies' Night will not be aired tomorrow night, we will be doing a gangster talk in its place. Okay? And the reason why we're doing that is because Lady Dame has an issue with the weather in the hurricane out there in Louisiana, so she won't be available. And so while she's going through that, we're helping her get through that and making sure that she's safe and her family is safe. And we'll be back with Ladies Night next Saturday. Also, airing next week, we have a new show coming called The Black Think Tank. It's going to be a doozy. We've been planning it all week. And we'll spring it on you next week. So I want to say what's up to everybody. What's going on, bro? Rob, Naima Buckner, how y'all doing? Strong Peoples, E-Nation in the building. All right, listen. I'm going to cut right to the chase. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time. It seems like the black woman bashing has ramped up. All right? It seemed like it's the only thing that we're interested in. Okay? I'm sick of it. I know you're sick of it. So we are starting our own gentleman culture to combat all of the black woman bashing. We are starting the GentCulture, the life of being a gentleman. We are going to create gentlemen on this channel. Sick and tired of all of these dudes having all this hatred for black women. I mean, we're out here being murdered by police officers. We're out here being killed left and right. And it's sad when we have the men who are supposed to be the leaders of our society and helping us get things straight as a people or on social media talking bad about the very women that we need to sustain our very race. Sad. Okay? It's just one negative channel after another, one negative podcast after another. It don't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. As a matter of fact, it's actually ramping up. It seems like more and more of these dudes are becoming cowardly and bitter, like bitter old women, and all they do is complain about black women over and over and over again. Find ways to hate black women. And they even got some black women with them who are on their side. So you got black men and black women joining together to bash black women. Yeah, this is what's going on. And you know, and the sad part about it is you got black people supporting them. And that's where we're at now. That's where we're at. We'd rather go support bullshit like that. But anyway. Yeah, me too, bro, Rob. Me too. Okay. Well, someone told me that we like to see a train wreck, right? Well, we're not a train wreck here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get started with this GentCulture, something that I've talked to a few people about, something that I want to get started, something that I'm really excited about. As we get more power behind it, it'll grow. As we keep pushing it, it'll grow. Okay? And it's about being gentlemen. It's about the life of a gentleman. It's about understanding how to deal with women. Okay? And not look at women as objects, not grade women like they're some kind of school project. You know, talk to them with no respect, like they're some kind of trained animal. No, GentCulture is the complete opposite of that. And so we're going to go over 10 things tonight that'll help you become a gentleman if you're interested in being a gentleman. Because gentlemen win, fellas. Gentlemen are out here winning. Don't get caught up with these losers who are doing nothing but complaining, saying that they got all of the answers and they don't, who just have situations and chat rooms that are filled with people who attack black women. Don't get caught up in that. Gentlemen are out here winning. Okay? They're out here winning. And we have to make sure that that culture grows. We need more honorable men, men of integrity, men of honor, warriors. See, a warrior can be a gentleman too. You don't have to be a punk to be a gentleman. So if anybody says, well, if you have to be soft or you have to be a punk to be a gentleman, that's not true. You can be a warrior, you can be as tough as they come and still be a gentleman. And don't let people shame you out of being a gentleman. Don't let people shame you for being respectful. Don't let people shame you out of saying the right things and doing the right things and behaving the right way and treating your woman the right way or treating women the right way. Don't let anyone shame you out of doing that. And they will try. They're going to call you Seb. They're going to call you all kinds of names. Childish name calling. Don't let anyone shame you out of being the best brother that you can possibly be, the best gentleman that you can possibly be. I'm not going to be on here too long. I usually don't podcast on Friday nights. But I wanted to come out here and talk about this. I wanted to talk about the culture that we have now that's growing, right? This culture of hatred towards black women. It's a non-productive culture. You see, you can be entertained now by all of the garbage that's being spewed. It can have your attention right now. You can go and listen to the latest person rant and rave and scream and bash black women because you think it's entertainment. But what you don't understand is they're not entertaining you. You may think you're being entertained, but they're not entertaining you. They actually feel that way for real. So in all of the laughing and all of the being amused by the entertainment is over with, right? You still have a culture of black men who are training younger black men to hate black women. You can't have a productive race of people where the men hate the women. You need the women for everything in the culture. Where are you going and what are you doing without women? Now, some of these Negroes actually think that another race of woman is going to take over and replace the black woman. You know, some of them actually believe that we don't need black women. They actually believe that. They actually believe that they can go with another race of woman and everything's going to be cool. So you're going to have black babies. You're not going to have black babies. Mixed children aren't black. Mixed children are mixed. And so this culture, and what's really disheartening about this culture, right? You have other black women partaking in the hatred of their own sisters who ride with these guys who do nothing but spew out all of this negativity towards black women. Guys who think that they can hold black women accountable. I don't know how you hold somebody accountable when you're not a leader. You don't lead anything, you don't build anything, you don't do anything. I mean, don't get me started on the irresponsibility and all these phony factions that we got running around here who are about absolutely nothing. And they just filled from top to bottom with black men or brothers, right? So my thing is this here. You got this culture that's growing, right? And you got worthless ass Negroes who just for some reason can't get over their hurt or can't get over their anger, can't get over anything. I mean, just weak as shit. Some of the weakest Negroes I've ever seen. Just can't stop being angry, just can't stop hating, don't give a damn about the rest of us, don't give a damn about what happens in our society. All they give a fuck about is their hatred for black women. That's all they give a fuck about. That's all they talk about. That's all they make streams about. That's what they live for every single day when they get on social media, is to make a live stream bashing black women. And if the woman doesn't conform to what they want, then she's no good. She's worthless. Now you got niggas on here talking about certain age ranges of black women. You know, they're in the danger zone, or if they're 40 years old, their life is over. All kinds of crazy shit like that. So this culture that we have, that's being spearheaded by elders. You got some old fools out here who are spearheading this shit. And you got the younger, lost, misguided generation following them. I mean, I don't understand this shit. Like, men hating women is a crazy goddamn concept. I mean, if you a man, what the hell are you doing hating a woman? But they do. All right, so enough of my ranting. Let me get to what I came here to do tonight. We're going to talk about 10 things about being a gentleman. Okay? And then maybe we'll get back to a little bit more of the ranting before I get off of here. It's been a while since I've been here. But we'll be back tomorrow night, live with a gangster talk instead of ladies' night because of Dame Frankie and the situation with the hurricane down in Louisiana. Okay, so we'll definitely have ladies' night aired next week. As soon as Lady Dame gets out of danger and she's safe, we'll do the show next week. But so in the meantime, we'll run a gangster talk tomorrow night. But we're going to start early, around about 8. Okay? Anyway, 10 things about being a gentleman. Let's start with number 1. Hygiene. Now, I know that sounds crazy, right? Sounds self-explanatory, right? But some niggers don't get it, man. Some niggas think that you can go around a woman smelling any old kind of way, looking any old kind of way, and she's supposed to accept that. She's supposed to accept that. Now, it's one thing if you're a hard-working Negro and you're coming home off a hard day's work and you're a little dirty, whatever. Okay, that's understandable. You're working, you're getting that bread, right? But when you just humming for the sake of fucking humming and bumming for the sake of bumming, that's not being a gentleman, fellas. That's just being a lousy bum. You don't go around a woman like that. Okay? You just don't. So definitely hygiene is number 1. That should be self-explanatory, but again, some Negroes don't get it. Some Negroes don't get it. So anyway, let's go with number 2. Okay, wait, I think I'm having a problem with my connection. Hold on. 1 second here. My connection is acting up. Okay, can you guys still hear me in the chat? All right, so like I was saying, right? We got through with number one. Now let's go with number two, right? Oh man. Okay, so it's coming through. Okay. All right. So number two, I'm gonna shit. I gotta try to get. I may have to. Damon, you hold on 1 second. Dang, come up in the front real quick. Hold on, let me see. Dang, come off mute.
Yes.
How do you you can hear me in the chat?
Yes. Wait. Let me double check because I'm on here. I'm back here. Hold on. Let me move to my phone. Okay.
You can hear me in the chat?
Let me do that now.
What about now? Because it seems to be circling right now.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
still hear me? Okay, good. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I can
right,
hear
good.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
can
right.
hear you.
Go back on. All right, go back on mute. Go back on mute. All right. So I'm sorry about that, people. I'm just having a. I'm not in a very good area, and I'm having a problem with. I'm having a problem with the connection. All right. So let's get to number two, right? Okay, we did number one, right? Hygiene. You know, I hate to say that, but some niggas just don't fucking get it, right? Okay. So number two. You know, you want to be a man of your word, okay? When you say you're going to be somewhere, be somewhere. Try to be on time as much as possible. It's very, very important. You know, a gentleman is very punctual, okay? Be about what you say you're going to be about. If you're going to tell somebody you're going to be somewhere, then be there. If you're going to tell somebody you're going to do something, then do something. Be a man of your word. That's part of being a gentleman as well, okay? Let's go now to number three. I had wrote these up, so. All right. Manners. A lot of you Negroes don't have any manners. You talk any old kind of way, crazy ways around women. A lot of women don't like that. They don't like when you have a filthy mouth. You know, it tells them that you don't have any upbringing. It tells them that you've been raised in the street. And you know what's in the street? A lot of disrespect is in the street. You got a lot of crazy things going on in the street. You got a lot of wild people running back and forth in the street. There's a lot of hatred for women in the street. So when you sound like you've been raised in the street, that turns a lot of women off. So have some manners, man. There's nothing wrong with having good manners. You don't have to be 5 years old or 9 years old to have manners. Grown men should have manners. Okay? 4. And you know, 4 is about your image. You want to look sharp. Okay? Not saying you got to go around here dressed like some freak show that just went down the catwalk at a fashion show. Okay, you can have on some jeans, you can have on a nice shirt and some boots or whatever, as long as it's sharp. Always look like you got it together. Always be sharp. No matter whatever you're wearing, be sharp. Make sure your clothes are on you right. If you the cat that iron your pants or whatever, make sure the creases are where they're supposed to be. Make sure your shit is looking right. Okay. Oh, and your teeth, man. Make sure you. Well, that's with the hygiene, okay? Because women, you know. And then also, when you're sharp, right? Get your decent cologne. Don't get some girly looking shit. Don't fucking buy no shit that smell like fucking purple rain or some damn flowers and shit. Get you a manly cologne, something that smells strong, something that says that you are a man. You know, a musk or something. All right, smell like a strong man. Don't walk around here being strong and burly and smell like a goddamn flower. Okay, so number 5. Again, this goes hand in hand with the manners, right? Potty mouth, swearing. Try to keep the swearing to the minimum, or don't swear at all. Real gentlemen don't have to swear. I mean, I swear on here because this gangster talk, okay? But when I'm not on gangster talk and I'm dealing with people in real life, I don't swear if I can help it. I'm very courteous to people. I'm very polite, and I don't use swear words. Okay? So don't swear. Women, this turns women off as well. If you're around a woman and you're trying to catch her attention, and you over there on some motherfuck this, fuck that, nigga this, nigga that, that turns women off. You know? Talk like you got a brain in your head. Leave the swearing in the street. Swearing is unbecoming of a gentleman. Gentlemen don't have to swear. Remember, manners and swearing go hand in hand. Have some manners. Cut it out with the swearing. I'm not saying you got to be some motherfucking you got to have like the greatest vocabulary in the world, right? But just don't swear. Watch what you say. All right, and so where are we? That was number 5. Okay, we're halfway there. So let's get down to number 6, right? Number 6 is stay under control, man. As a gentleman, you always want to be in control. Be in control of your mind, be in control of your actions, be in control of the situation. Never let a woman see you come unraveled. Don't let a woman see you freaking out. That's going to freak her out. You're supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to be mentally stable, right? You're supposed to be the guy that has it together. So you need to stay under control. Keep your temperament under control. Keep your behavior under control. Okay? Don't freak out. Don't lose your cool. If a situation happens, stay under control. Deal with it from a controlled mental state of mind. You want the woman to see that you're cool under pressure. You want her to see that you can control your behavior. You want her to see that you can control your temperament. Okay? Women like good, clean, smelling men who are in their right state of mind and have manners and who are polite. Again, and don't let anyone shame you out of being polite, courteous. Don't let these losers get in your mind and tell you that, oh man, you're a simp, you're weak, you shouldn't be doing that. But they're losers. That's why they're online complaining, because they don't have any women. So you don't want to take any advice from them. Okay, so now number 7 is one of my favorites, right? Be kind. Nothing wrong with being kind. You can have a kind heart. Doesn't mean that you're weak. Doesn't mean that you're soft because you got a kind heart. Who says that? Some of the toughest dudes in the world got kind hearts. Some of the hardest hitting niggas got kind hearts. Seriously. Some of the roughest, tough niggas you've seen on the street are gentle as hell. Nothing wrong with being kind. Be kind to the woman. Be nice. Courteous. Polite. Now I understand you losers don't like any of this. Not talking to you. Y'all don't have the women any old way. So, I'm talking about the brothers. who want to get in that frame of mind to be able to talk to any woman, to be confident around any woman. Gentlemen are confident. Gentlemen can walk up and talk to any woman because they're confident. They're cool under pressure. They know how to say the right things. They got the right temperament. They're polite. They're kind. They're considerate. All of this goes into being a gentleman. All right. And so what's the next one? The next one is, okay, I already said be considerate. Okay. Now, respect. Number 9, respect is different, right? Not only should you be respectful to the woman that you're talking to, but you want to be respectful to everybody that surrounds you. Because she's watching that too. She's not only watching, engaging how you're interacting with her, she's also watching, engaging how you interact with other people. So you want to be respectful in the environment that you're in. And you want her to see that you can be respectful to her and everyone in the environment, everyone that's around you, be respectful. That helps. Be a respectable person. Respectable people get treated well. Sometimes they don't. You got some eggheads that do, but whatever. But for the most part, respectable people get treated well. And it's important that she sees that you can be respectful around her and other people. This will ease her up in bringing you around her friends or, meeting her family because she sees that you know how to act. And the last one, number 10, is be the best person that you can possibly be. You want to be the best man that you possibly can be. Always work on yourself. Always look to improve yourself. Always look to go up a notch. Now, you don't have to do this every day. Some people got stronger work ethics than others. But as long as you got that mentality that you want to move up, you want to be better, you'll strive to be better automatically. It's something that you have to work at to become second nature. Okay? And that is the 10 steps to GentCulture. If you want to run them back, you can look at this podcast. I'm not going to be on for very long. I didn't even plan to do a podcast tonight because we're going to do one tomorrow night. So that's the 10 steps to being a gentleman. And we'll probably add more steps later on as we do more podcasts about GentCulture. We'll have different things about treating a woman. We'll talk about chivalry. We'll talk about dating. We'll talk about dating versus courting. We'll get into all of these things. We'll get into all things that deal with being a gentleman. GentCulture is the answer to pimp culture. The pimp culture is what have young black men out here hating black women. So we are combating that with GentCulture. We are trying to create gentlemen. Dame, are you there?
Yes.
Give me your take on what you just heard, and then we're gonna get out of here because I'm not gonna be on much longer. I just wanted to do this quick podcast. So
Oh,
tell me what you think about what you heard, and tell me how you feel about gentlemen versus these pimps, these hustlers.
um, you're right on. Um, especially about being kind, being respectable, be your best stuff possible. The swearing and manners, yes, they go hand in hand. But yeah, but women also wants to see you being kind, respectful to other people, and being that to them that's the sign of being your best self. You know, not just because because if you just one way to them and another way to somebody else, to them that means one of those position is a front, and it's usually the ugly one that people try to hide. So she's gonna be leery of you, or she's not gonna trust you.
But what do you think guys should do when they get peer pressure, right, from other guys saying, well, you're a simp. If you're a gentleman, you're a simp. How do you feel about that? What do you think they should do? You think they should ignore that? Do you think they should pay attention to that and stop being a gentleman? Or don't
Uh,
pursue being a gentleman?
I say anybody that tells you that is speaking out of ignorance, and you should stop hanging with them or stop listening to them because obviously they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, we have this culture now that seems to be ramping up, right? It seems like every podcast now that's going live is negative towards black women. You even got black women teaming up with black dudes against black women.
Um, that shows that the insensitivity that they have developed towards it. If they are telling guys that they're simps over being a gentleman, they don't recognize a gentleman when they see one, a good man. So they thinking that that means he's soft or that they can take advantage of him and stuff like that. A gentleman, just because he's kind and manly, does not mean he's gonna allow you to um to walk all over you.
Yeah, yeah, you see, and the thing about that is, see, there's a misconception about gentlemen, right?
Hmm.
They think that gentlemen are soft and gentlemen are weak. No, nothing could be further from the truth.
Yeah. It
And some, and like I said, some of the most hardened warriors are very gentle and kind. I know
um
guys that I know guys that'll knock your head clean off, but they're very gentle and kind. So this misconception that gentlemen are weak and gentlemen are simps, I don't know where that's coming from. Again, you have losers saying this. Okay, these are losers. All right, and so we're going to continue whether who don't like it or not. I could give a goddamn because something has to be done. We just can't sit back and just continue to let all of this negativity run rapid. We got to do something to fight against it. It's like I said before, I blame pimp culture for all of this hatred towards black women. It is these so-called Macs with these phony books that they write and these bullshit goddamn dating coach fucking scams that are screwing with the minds of these younger boys.
well,
And
I'm
so,
agreeing with.
uh,
Okay. Oh, I
and
thought you were.
so, and right, and so, Gen culture is about the old school training, right? We were trained and groomed to be husbands, right? Back in the day. So we was trained with manners, respect, things that they laugh at today, right? Because you have so many black men who are disrespectful, who are weak, and that seems to be the norm. So I guess with so many of them, you have some black women say, well, what the hell? If you can't beat them, join them. I guess that's what's happening. Because I've never seen anything like this. It seems to be growing. And it's sad that we're at that point. It's sad that that's where we're at. Go ahead, Dane.
Oh, oh, I was gonna say that. Yeah. Belmont said. Those women are desperate for validation from any man and shouldn't let that go to their head because.
Well, whether they, yeah, whether they desperate or not, I understand that, but the fact that they doing it is disheartening.
Yeah.
Because that tells you that there's too many of these guys out there. It's not enough of the good guys out there, or it's not enough of the good guys who are standing up and saying something about it. You know, it takes bravery to fight against what's wrong. Okay,
Yes.
everybody don't have the heart or the courage to fight against what's wrong, especially when you have a very large group of people who seem to have countless numbers, right? When you
Right.
look at how big that monster is, some people can be frightened by that.
Mhm.
I'm not afraid of any of that. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't matter how big or what size or how much you weigh, whatever. It's all about the truth. We keep hammering away at the truth and what's right. Eventually, we'll break through.
Yeah.
Okay, and like I said, you have to have courage to fight against what's wrong. Not many people have the courage to fight against what's wrong. A lot of people would rather go with what's wrong because they don't have to show the fact that they don't have any courage. They can hide the fact that they're cowards when they go with the majority that stands on the wrong side. Very few people can stand against. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I got cut off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very few people can stand against what's wrong, and very few people have the courage to do it.
Yeah. It takes a
Yeah,
strong person to fight against the crowd, to stand up and stick to their ground.
hmm
And that's why you got a bunch of them that's following with these you're a simp, and then they backing down. No, I'm not. You know,
Well, we
instead
don't
of
want to. We
saying
don't want
no,
to.
you're incorrect. I'm a
Well,
gentleman.
you know what? We don't want to. We don't want to continue with that kind of language, right? And keep
Mhm.
going back and forth with them. What we want to do is create our own here
Mhm.
with Gen Culture. We want to start talking some positive things. We don't want to continue to go back and forth with people who just don't give a damn about our women. We do, so we need to start talking like that every time we come on our podcast. We need to
Mhm.
create our own language so our language can spread. You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So they want to say simps and all that. Let them. We want to concentrate on building gentlemen. We want to concentrate on establishing our culture. You know, a culture of gentlemen who love black women, who understand what it's about, who are out there doing the right thing, who ain't afraid
Mhm.
to fight against the white man, who ain't afraid to put his family first. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start our own language, and we're gonna leave the rest of that stuff to the people who are caught up in that. Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me some more words before we get on out of here, because I'm getting ready to wrap this up.
Okay. Well, you heard the 10 steps uh to being a gentleman. Um take it in, take it hard, examine yourself, and you might not know, you might be a gentleman after all. Don't get dressing like a gentleman the same as
Mm.
being an actual gentleman.
Yeah, and you know what? And we're gonna keep pushing it. Every podcast we have, we're gonna definitely push. Gen Culture is gonna be a part of some of our future podcasts. But anyway, again, for those who listening, who tuned in, I appreciate it. Like I said, tomorrow night we're going to be doing a special gangster talk instead of ladies' night. Ladies' night is pushed back a week because our lady Dame here, she's going through some issues with the hurricane down in Louisiana. So, we're making sure that she's safe and her family's safe. And when she's out of harm's way, we'll be back with Ladies Night. So we'll see you guys tomorrow on Gangster Talk around 8 o'clock. Again, Ladies Night will be aired the following week. Tomorrow night in this place, we got a special Gangster Talk. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fun. All right? Peace, power, unity, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll holler at you tomorrow night.
Yo, y'all do this right, it's a lot more work where that came from. No doubt. Alright, are you having a good time so far? Come on the door, we're gonna party all night tonight. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my fools like heroin in your nose. Don't underestimate the real life. The gun swinging back, the same type of fuck food that I let blood stand in every spot that I'm at. I'm representing Jersey, spitting rhymes like a clock. Into the Cape Fear where MCs be shell shocked. I got the stash in my dash with the stock and the rock. The stupid user, the boat with the low count and back in the Land Cruiser. I get in charge from the sound of the bus. I was made to crush. I wet and rappers till they bust. Plus, my regiment is elite, negative. 20 sneak, we creep in a 5-car fleet. That's how I'm bouncing for the 9/5, son. We don't promote no masquerade, cause we was players from day one. We start trends, we make hits. K-Dep and Larry, we on some real life shit.